Welcome to a week of workouts. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Alina, and in this video I'm going to be taking you through my first week of my brand new workout plan that I've been making for myself. So basically what's going on for me is I started school again. I am in my 4th week now of school, and I feel like for the whole entire summer I was maintaining the cut that I did in like June. So I was not going up in weights, I was not really getting stronger, I was just enjoying the movement, maintaining what was going on, and I am bored at this point. I feel like I am now actually really in a great routine with school. So I thought the next thing I wanted to do, I'm just looking at the workout plan itself, is create myself a nice little workout plan. So let me explain it to you. In essence, I'm going to be working out 6 days a week with 1 rest day. In terms of the strength workouts, I'm starting with 3 days a week. Over the course of the summer, I did like 2 to 3 strength workouts a week and a lot more cardio just because I liked to be outside running, things like that. But now I want to get back on top of things. So this is the split. On Mondays, we have quads and glutes. On Tuesdays, we have a back and chest workout. Wednesdays, we're going to do some sort of a cardio workout. This week, it is going to be a HIIT workout, a circuit HIIT workout that I made. And then on Thursday is another cardio day. This week, it's going to be an outdoor run. And then Saturday, I'm taking as a rest day. And Sunday, I'm actually running a 10K race, like an organized race. So that's going to be the workout for that day. I'm really excited. Last year I did like a little bit of a structured bulk workout plan, whatever you want to call it, and it was 8 weeks total. And what I ended up doing was I wrote out all the workouts before that. It was 8 weeks, and I mean, it wasn't that many workouts. It was 8 workouts that I created, and like basically 2 versions of each workout, and then I would do the same workouts every other week, just to track that progressive overload. This time around, I'm going to be making the workouts at the start of every single week for the week, and not necessarily doing the same workouts. I could potentially do the same workout, but I am just more so focusing on what I feel like doing that week. And hopefully we'll see results with that. Obviously gonna also change my nutrition, gonna up my energy, up my calories, and keep my protein up there as well. And I'm really excited. So with that being said, today is day 1. Today is leg day, the quads, the glutes. Let's jump right into it. Alrighty, so I start every single one of my workouts with a warm-up. In this lower body warm-up, I am more so focused on opening up my hips, on warming up the muscles that I'm going to be working so that I can prevent injury, and I can really just increase that blood flow to the joint. Alrighty, so exercise number 1 is heel elevated goblet squats. Adding that little bit of elevation allows me to better target my quads. Essentially, it allows for more ankle plantar flexion range of motion. And usually the ankle range of motion is what limits squat depth. So essentially, pointing my toes a little bit further down allows me to get a greater range of motion in my knees. So yes, more range of motion in my knees, and the quadriceps are knee extensors. So I'm more so using my quads, and there is less range of motion at the hip, so less targeting of the glutes and the hamstrings. In addition to the fact that when front loading the dumbbell, this shifts my center of mass further forward, more optimally loading the quads. Alrighty, so moving into exercise number 2 hip thrusts. So I am primarily focusing on hip extension here, which is the main focus of the glutes. And essentially, I am going for control and as much contraction as I possibly can. I ended up elevating my feet a little bit because this box was a little bit too high, and you want your torso to be nice and parallel to the sky when at the top of the movement. All right, so moving into exercise number 3, just called prone hip extensions. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. So basically, these are actually quite new for me. My cue for you is to drive your hips into the pads. Basically, treat this as if you are doing a hip thrust, but instead of your lower body moving, your upper body is moving. Trust me, this is a game changer. And of course, brace your core the whole time, controlling that movement. But trust me, push through the hips. You will feel it in your glutes rather than in your back. Ooh, the burn in this exercise is absolutely amazing. My glutes were on absolute fire. Moving into the final exercise, because quality over quantity, I am doing some leg extensions on the leg extension machine. Again, slow and controlled. You can really load this machine up, to be honest, but make sure you get that full range of motion. And huge shout out to the person that I was working in with. He kept putting the weight back to where I was working. I wanted to do the same, but I kept forgetting where his weight was. I know it was somewhere at the bottom of the stack though. And we're out here sticking to our goals, so I did a little core circuit at the end of the workout. 30 seconds of 2 exercises back to back to back to back to back, 3 times each for 3 minutes total. So the first exercise was a bicycle crunch. I like to call it a cross crawl, so working my obliques. And then the second exercise was plank outside knee taps, so basically tapping my knee close to my elbow as possible, and man, my core was on fire. Moving into the cool down to stretch out the main and accessory muscles that I used, as well as decrease my heart rate and just reflect on the workout as a whole. Basically, I didn't mention earlier, but for most of my strength training workouts, I do 4 sets of every exercise. I complete between like 8 to 10, maybe 12 repetitions. And I'm trying to go near my max, near failure by the end of the set, of course, keeping proper form. Alright, so all done, that quads and glutes workout, day number 1 of the new workout plan, and I really enjoyed it. There were certain exercises I feel like I can add a little bit more weight, like the goblet squat, but others where I feel like I did push myself, like in the hip thrust. Side note, I love my new tripod. There's so many more like adjustable things, and it's more so tall rather than wide, unlike my old one. And then I also have a shorter one, and it just wasn't tall enough, so I'll show you guys the new one later in this video probably. But basically, in terms of my goals for this workout plan in general, coming out of a cut and a maintenance phase, I want to see an increase in my strength. I want to see an increase in my muscle mass. Obviously, everything while keeping proper form. Specifically, I want to increase my squat weight. I want to increase my pull-ups. So right now I can do 5 unassisted pull-ups. And then in terms of squat weight, I'd say my working weight is 2 35-pound plates with a 5, and then I can hit 8 to 10 uncomfortably, if that makes sense. So I really want to get up to feeling more or less comfortable doing 135 on the bar and even pushing it a little bit higher than that. So I'm looking forward to training for that, and then the pull-ups. And overall, I want to be able to move with more like mobility as well, and fix my shoulders. So I'm seeing my chiropractor for my shoulder issues, but that's kind of just a side note. I'm just talking about all my goals now in general, it seems like. But let's stick to the gym in itself. It's going to be pull-ups, it's going to be increase in muscle mass, it's going to be increase in strength, and it's also going to be increasing core strength. I feel like I've been neglecting my core recently, and I keep telling myself, well, during my workouts, I'm using my core, so I'm strengthening it. I want to do more core-based exercises, core-targeted exercises. So I actually feel really good that I included just that 3 minutes at the end, and I really did feel it. So it's all about just adding little things and just committing and getting started. So that was day number 1. I really enjoyed it, and I'll see you for day number 2. Tuesday, it is time for my new upper body workout. This is the fit for today, all in Gymshark. So today it is going to be a back and chest workout. I'm used to actually working just like back and biceps, and I thought I'd switch it around because I have been neglecting my chest a lot. So I'm really excited to see what I think of the More So Arnold workout, if you know what I mean. All right, let's go. It's been a very long day, and I'm excited to move. All right, so moving into day number 2, which is an upper body workout, a chest and a back agonist antagonist workout, starting off with a more so upper body focused warm-up, still warming up through the hips because they are always working to support, but primarily focusing on my range of motion in my thoracic spine, which is quite limited, as well as working on warming up my shoulders and just working some shoulder stability, scapular rotator cuff work before I jump into the working sets. This workout will be another workout where I perform 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps per exercise. However, it is a more so superset based workout. So what that means is I'm going to be performing a back exercise followed by a chest exercise with little to no rest, and then taking my rest after I complete both exercises. I'll keep doing those in a cycle of 4 for the 4 sets, and then I will jump into the next 2 exercises, which again work my back and then my chest, and then for the last exercise it's just a back exercise. So I just did strictly 4 different sets with like rest in between, as I did yesterday in the leg workout. Supersets essentially allow you to be more efficient in your workout. As I am working my chest, my back is resting, and the other way around. So I don't have to spend as much time resting. All right, so moving into exercise number 1, working the lats, the latissimus dorsi in these lat pull downs. I'm trying to go as heavy as I possibly can with proper control and muscle recruitment. So this was quite challenging for me. I supersetted this with just simple regular push-ups under control, adding a little pause at the bottom too. That way I am ensuring I'm not using any momentum whatsoever. These were quite the challenge, and yes. So a few cues that I'm thinking of when performing push-ups: I am locking in my core like someone's gonna punch me. I'm squeezing my glutes as well as my quads, and I'm thinking about pushing the floor away from me. So lowering down with control and then driving the floor away from me through my palms. Okay, you guys, can we just take a second here? My back looks so jacked right now. Absolutely beast, and I love it. Anyways, moving into exercise number 3. So moving into the second superset now. This is going to be cable rows. Essentially in cable rows, what I'm thinking of doing is moving my elbows to my hips and then squeezing my elbows together at the end range of motion. I want to make sure that I'm not making this a hip hinging motion. I'm leaving it to my back muscles. And I decided to superset the rows with a dumbbell chest press. So basically the push-ups, those were a closed pack movement. I could not move where my hands were. My shoulder joint was stuck in that position. This is an open pack position where my rotator cuff muscles have to work to stabilize a lot more in order to control that dumbbell on the way up and down. Moving into my final standalone back exercise. These are also quite new for me. These are pull-throughs, cable pull-throughs. So basically, again, working my lats in a bit of a different way. What I'm doing here is I am bringing the rope towards my hips, trying to keep my arms absolutely still and keep the range of motion at my shoulder joint. I am 110% looking at myself in the mirror and looking at my back and thinking, oh my goodness, my back looks so good. You know what? Sometimes you need to just hype yourself up, okay? You're putting all this work in, you made it to the gym, you made it to the final exercise, just hype yourself up. And while I stretch out my upper body muscles, I thought I would answer a question you probably were thinking of. Why do I train with no shoes on? So essentially, I think I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but basically I like to train barefoot. That way my body can sense where I am in space a lot better, so I can use the muscles in my ankle joint, in my lower limb to stabilize, as opposed to relying on an external kind of support, a shoe, to stabilize me. So essentially, I'm just allowing my nervous system to develop, my CNS to develop just that little bit more, and working on my sense of proprioception and control. That was a wonderful workout. So as I was setting up the tripod right now to film this clip, my chest was like shaking. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I feel so much better right now than when I walked in. Basically today, I'm a chiropractic student, so we learn different adjustments as the program goes on, and last week we learned this new adjustment. It felt great last week as I was learning it, and today I was so excited to continue to refine my skills, and it didn't go as planned. Like, it didn't feel as good as it did last week, which made me pretty disappointed and kind of ruined my mood. And just doing this workout, getting my mind off of everything, doesn't even need to be a lift. Like, even getting outside for a walk, just getting in some kind of movement, it always changes my mindset and changes my mood for the better. So that's even more reason to work out. Just notice next time you finish a workout how you feel compared to before. For me, it's always like either I still feel great or it's like a net positive. So that's something I wanted to touch on. So yeah, that was the back and chest workout. I actually really enjoyed that split. It was really cool. A lot of effort, very effortful, but I think I needed that. Anyways, tomorrow I am doing a HIIT workout. So I'll see you tomorrow for the HIIT workout. I'm gonna go home and make fajitas now, which I'm so excited for, and I'll get a little clip of so you guys can see, because I'm pretty excited. I love any kind of Mexican food, fajitas, tacos, burritos, nachos, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, let's go take a shower and get to dinner. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. So today's the day for the HIIT workout, and I'm not gonna lie, I just got up from a nap and the last thing I want to do is go do a HIIT workout. My plan was to hop on my spin bike in my room quickly and call it a day, but I'm gonna push myself and I'm gonna go do that HIIT workout that I wrote for myself that I was so excited to do at the start of the week. So we're gonna go do that and I'm sure I'm gonna feel great after. Let's go. HIIT, high intensity interval training. Essentially, in the work, you're working to your max, and then in the rest, you are taking that time to bring the heart rate down and transitioning into the next movements. In my HIIT workout today, I did a little circuit, 5 different exercises, alternating between more plyometric jumping exercises that it's going to get my heart rate up, and some more exercises in between that were more so focused on control, specifically core control. I worked for 30 seconds in the high intensity intervals, and then in the rest intervals, I had 10 seconds. I performed a total of 9 rounds, and let's get into the exercises. So I started off with half burpees, so essentially going from a squat to a plank, working on my hip mobility. And then I went into these slow controlled mountain climbers, holding my hand on a ball. So essentially this made the balance a little bit more challenging, using my core in a different way to stabilize. And then the next exercise is a bike all-out sprint. That was fun to do. And then after that, exercise number 4 was simply holding a plank. So after doing those last few exercises that really got my heart rate up, holding a plank is really hard because my muscles are fatigued and my heart rate was up there. And now I just gotta stabilize and use the muscles in my body for an extended period of time in a more endurance fashion. The last exercise was ball weighted lunges. So essentially used that same medicine ball, held it, and did plyometric jumping lunges, trying to get my knees down to 90 degrees, really loading the legs, getting that heart rate up. This is definitely one of my favorite ways to train. It feels so good to move in an athletic way. Growing up playing sports, I crave this kind of movement. And of course, it's so nice to just put on some upbeat music that just hits. Well, 3 words for you guys. That was hard. That was so hard. Oh my goodness, but it was exactly what I needed. I really enjoyed that. I worked to my max today, my level today. And one of my other goals is to keep up my ability to move in athletic ways. Lifelong goal. Always working on that. So I'm glad I did that workout. These HIIT workouts could get pushed to the side just because it's a lot to actually set up and everything. But I'm so glad I did do it. And I'm done at a good time because it was only 30 minutes. Because with HIIT workouts, you're working so hard, you're using those energy stores. You don't need to do it for that long to get the benefits, the effects. So yeah, now I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my evening and get to bed at a good time. All right, so for Thursday, I decided to make it a rest day because I realized I'm going home this weekend. I want to film a spin class, and also I got that run on Sunday. So I changed up my plan. I was flexible with it, and I decided to do a nice active rest day. I went for a beautiful walk outside in the morning, and then later in my day, I decided to go for a bike ride, and I rode down this beautiful path and ended up on a bench where I journaled, and I just reflected on my day, on my life, and I find it's a great way to just check in with myself here and there, keep my mental health in check, because health isn't just physical. Oh my goodness, it's Friday. Finally, it's Friday. I just finished my last lecture for the day as well. So it is my weekend, and it is currently 4:35. The gym closes at 6, so I'm gonna run over, do my workout, And today it is like a kind of like a full body Friday. It's a mix of hamstrings, some shoulders, and then also some biceps. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really just looking forward to playing my music and just getting in there. It's been a few days since I did a lift, so I'm really excited to lift some heavy things and get a good pump going. But yeah, it's been a really good day. I did my nails yesterday as well. I feel like if you've watched most of my videos, you know I always like include my little nail updates here and there. So yeah, let's go get this lift and get on with the weekend. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely beautiful out and I don't really want to go inside. I'd rather kind of just go for a walk, but we're gonna go hit this workout anyway and then hopefully have time for a little walk before my evening plans. Alright, so today's workout consisted of 3 different supersets, with the first exercise being hamstring based and the second being shoulder. So in this first superset, I chose to do Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. So this exercise is a hip hinge movement, working the hamstrings, going down until I really feel the stretch, little pause, and then back up with a flat back. So I supersetted this with shoulder presses using dumbbells, and I did these in the scapular plane, which means my elbows are facing 45 degrees. And it's just a little bit more kind to my shoulder joints. Anyways, next superset, exercise 1 here, was hamstring curls using this machine. And notice here, this is a more knee dominant exercise, working the hamstrings from the knee joint. And then I supersetted it with the exact same exercise, except this time I'm standing. So standing shoulder presses, scapular plane, and I reduced the weight here by 5 pounds to really burn up those shoulders. Superset number 3, I did some alternating bicep curls, ensuring that my elbows are still in the movements coming from that elbow joint, not the shoulders. And then I supersetted this with probably the hardest exercise. These are ball hamstring curls. My tip here, push the hips up, make sure you're using your glutes and full hip extension. All done today's workout. That was an absolutely amazing workout. Not too many people in the gym, which was kind of nice to just have the place to myself more or less with a few other people. And public service announcement, as soon as I'm done my workouts at the gym, I always just go wash my hands, soap and water, scrub them, because the gym is full of bacteria. Anyways, please do that after your workouts. What I wanted to touch on, sometimes I do my hair and makeup for the gym. Today I just did it for the day in itself because I try to look a little bit more presentable on Mondays and Fridays. But sometimes when I'm just not having it and I don't want to go to the gym, or I'm just having a really bad day in general, making my hair look nice and wearing a cute outfit and putting on a little bit of makeup just to go to the gym honestly changes my mood. It makes me feel so good during the workout. I don't need to do that every time, of course. But honestly, it is a good way to just motivate yourself and uplift yourself and get yourself in the gym feeling good. Anyways, another thing I wanted to talk about is right now it is 5:56. I have to get out of the building by 6, so I'm gonna make this quick. Basically, I was always a morning workout girl. I would always figure out some time during the day to do my workouts in the morning, and that was up until this summer. This summer I had a job which was 8:30 to 4, and it was a very active job at a summer camp. Way too much for me to work out before that job, before work. And I enjoy my slow mornings anyway. So I developed a routine where I actually work out at the end of my day, and I'm loving it, and I'm carrying it into school, which is something I never thought I would ever be doing. I thought I'm always gonna have to work out in the morning, but I enjoy my days just like looking forward to my movement in the evening. And I really like the fact that when I work out in the evening, I have nothing on my mind. I'm not rushing to get the workout done, except for today because I was rushing to get it done before the gym actually closes. But I don't have to rush. I get to just relax and not have to look at the time. And I find it's something I really look forward to all day. And I'm really just enjoying these evening workouts. Anyways, that was my Friday workout. Tomorrow I will be at home to film a spin class, and then Sunday is the run. So I'll see you then. Hello, I just finished filming a 40-minute spin class today, so I wanted to show you my little setup My mom just got me this tree, so I threw it in the background. I have this backdrop over here with my spin bike, and basically I'm just on here. And on the actual spin bike, I put like my choreography of like what each song is gonna be. In front of me, I have my mirror and then my tripod, which was like right up there, but I just moved it. So for the mirror, it's just there, so I always know my camera is rolling. Because I do use my phone to film those spin classes, because I just find my camera that I use to film these vlogs and stuff dies so quickly, so I can't do longer than like a 25-30 minute spin class, so I just use my phone. And yeah, it was a really good one. I will put the link to the ride down below, and if you want to check it out, I have a spin class channel called Ride with Alina, and that's where I post all of my rides. So yeah. Good morning, it's race day. On our way to the actual race. It's currently 8:47. To end off my week of activity, my mom and I did a 10K. And I just wanted to say this was an absolutely phenomenal experience. I am so grateful that my mom and I can share this experience together and really just make these memories together. T-shirts acquired. Made it to halfway onto the second lap. We finished the run, the Terry Fox run, the 10K. It was a beautiful route right on like the Oakville Lakeshore and stuff, so it was really nice doing it. And it was my fastest time. I finished in 53 minutes and some change, and it didn't even feel as strenuous as previous rides, so that was really good. And just great environment, and that was the last workout of my week. So it's a great way to end this video. If you did like it, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!